If I'm wrong, I'll say I'm wrong. But when it comes to Kyrie Irving, I can't apologize strongly enough.
You know Stephen A. Smith, Jaylen Brown have not been the best of friends. And y'all remember that pandemic. That cost me a lot of money too, for the same reason it cost Kyrie. So this one kind of hits close to home. But let's hear what Jaylen Brown got to say about Stephen A.'s apology.
He did that on his own merit, or somebody told him to do that. But obviously, to give context, Kyrie Irving, a couple years ago, refused to get the vaccine in the state of New York. The state of New York said all employers or whatever had to. Therefore, he wasn't able to play basketball for a large amount of that season, which affected like millions of dollars. He lost sponsorships. He lost his Nike endorsement. And then forget the money, like the people who like said all these things about Kyrie and his character and, even probably people close to him. I couldn't even imagine about how that experience probably went, because all of the stuff that was, obviously there's, things that happened medically that, affected the United States, but also was some misinformation that was going on. And then during the trial, Dr. Fauci pleaded the fifth on everything. So just leave speculation to like how we evaluated, some of the stuff, what was real and what wasn't. But for Stephen A. to respond and actually apologize to someone who was, his career changed, his pockets changed, people defaced his character, even though, obviously this is going around, like giving the apology. I know maybe some of you have seen it, but imagine going through that and imagine losing hundreds of millions of dollars for what you believe in. Imagine losing endorsements. Nike dropped them. That's when I responded, like, since when did Nike care about ethics, right? Imagine these companies and these things that just completely, blackballed or, dropped Kyrie. The Nets made him, they gave a list of demands for him based upon, it was just, I thought this was, for Stephen A. to even say that and issue an apology, I will give him some credit for that. But he was one of the people, if not one of the main proprietors, that was saying these things. But the apology is never as loud as the vindication. So I just wanted to give, to react to this. Obviously, I know that was a long time ago, but that was a very, very important and controversial time in the U.S. The vaccination stuff, it was stuff that other athletes and other people had to go through as well. And so many people behind closed doors, because of like work mandates and things like that didn't want to do it or didn't feel like they had to. And there's some people that did it willingly so. I'm not giving you what was the right or wrong here, but just somebody for making up. I'm just pointing out for someone that made a decision for themselves as a human being, for them to be, for them to face those level of consequences, I felt were severe. And he lost money, endorsements for something he should have. It's in his rights to be able to make those decisions on behalf on his own decision and his own medical. But at that time, it was a violation of that. So shout out to Kyrie Irving, sending love, respect, and blessings to him. This was a W stream, man. I appreciate y'all. We definitely look forward to doing some more stuff. We got some stuff this week coming up. We got the press conference, Phillies, going to the Phillies game for the first time. So be on the lookout for that. I obviously love to have some of my teammates pull up on the stream. If you want to see one of my teammates, DM them, tell them to pull up in the chat. You know what I mean? They already said, Maxie said he pulling up, VJ said he pulling up. It'd be dope to get Bron and Bede or whoever else, some of the guys on there. But
I see the W, Eli. I appreciate y'all, man. Thank you.
Know what I mean? Shout out to my boy ugly as hell, but he came on here and told him, like, hey, look, you know what I mean? Don't get you on the stream, my boy. Don't be on here talking about nothing crazy. We from Atlanta. We went to the same high school.
Yeah, man. Appreciate y'all. We did. We went to the same high school, man.
All right, y'all. Y'all remember during that time? It seemed like forever ago, but it caused a lot of rifts. Like me and some people close to me had big disagreements about that. And these are people I didn't disagree with about much prior to that. should you take it, should you not? Are you being a rebel? Or you know what I mean? Are you a conspiracy theorist? And I ain't even that type of dude, but it seemed like if you didn't take it, then you was falling on that side. It became political. And now for it to become full circle, a lot of people lost jobs over it, only to find out Kyrie was on to something. And the people on that side was on to something, no matter how conspiratorial it looked at the time. Put it in the comments how it affected you, if it had that impact. Appreciate y'all tuning in, man. It's your boy Dell, MPSE, Second Take, man. We out.